local nonprofit's mission is to provide the highest quality speech, language, and hearing services, always in a caring manner. They have a fundraising event coming up that's been nominated for the best event in the Ledger's Best Annual Awards. All the details right around the corner on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Brian Lacey, and joining me in studio is the CEO and President of Central Florida Speech and Hearing, Roxanne Bonte. Welcome
Good
back
morning.
to the show.
Thank you very much.
Also joining us is Wes Craven, Mr. Central Florida Co-Chair. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. Good to be back.
A man that needs no introduction, but in case you don't know him, he's a legend in his own mind. It's Tim Hodgson. He's also Mr. Central Florida Co-Chair. Welcome back.
Great to be here, Brian. Thanks for having us.
You know, I thought I'd see you out more, but I just don't. It seems I only see you around this event.
Kind of hide as much as I can during the year.
See, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back.
Thanks.
Well, Roxanne, I want to talk with you a little bit for those that might not know a little bit about Central Florida and Speech and Hearing. Talk to me a little bit about what you guys do.
Well, we provide services for infants all the way up to people that are 104 years old. So we provide hearing services, we fit hearing aids, we provide speech and language services.
And one of the things that they say about a nonprofit, that fundraising is the life's blood of a nonprofit. Talk about some of the needs that you guys need to raise funds for.
Well, it definitely is, because even though we are able to get some funding from, say, Medicaid or places like that, it falls very short of what it actually costs us to provide those services. And there's so many people in our community that need services. Right now, we have a waiting list of over 200 children just for speech and language services.
Now, you have two signature events, the one we're going to talk about, but another one that helps you raise in these funds. What are those events?
Well, it's Mr. Central Florida that we're talking about today. And then this year, because we're coming up on our 60th anniversary, we're going to have an anniversary celebration.
All right. So we're going to be on the lookout for that one. But the Mr. Central Florida, as we mentioned in the open, it's become such an event, the place to be. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, it certainly is our most entertaining, and with all the guys that are involved, they really give us a great time and raise a lot of money for us.
And it would not go without saying, without past participants, especially these two gentlemen here, really giving of their time and of their efforts. This year's co-chairs, Wes and Tim. Talk to me a little bit about how they got involved.
Well, I think they kind of got wrangled into it, frankly.
Wrangled?
Yes.
Hey, listen, here's what I know about them. They're both flattery operated. So you just go, hey, we really need your help, and you're a really nice guy. And they show up, don't they?
Yes, they do. They've worked very hard and invested a lot of time in the organization. And I don't want to speak for them, but they really believe in our mission, as did you when you were a contestant. And that was fabulous. So we appreciate all the guys that go out there and strut their stuff on the runway, and these guys that make it fun for us and really present a wonderful evening that does so much for so many.
Well, Wes, I want to talk to you a little bit about Central Florida Speech and Hearing. This is your second year co-chairing this event. And you, for lack of better words, been in the trenches, been in and seen exactly, like all of us that participated in the event, have seen what they do. What keeps you coming back?
Well, you know, it's when you hear the name Central Florida Speech and Hearing, one of the things you think about is just older people. But I think the key to what they do is start out really young. The young people that need their services are from the very beginning. If they can't hear, they can't develop their speech, and that's probably where it's really at. And I think that's, I have older children, he has younger children, and I think that's probably the main reason we even got involved, because, kids and animals are the things that really pull your heart.
Yeah,
and
oh,
that was
definitely.
one of the things that got me involved.
Tim, this is your second year co-chairing the event, and if there's one thing I do know, there isn't a person within this community that doesn't know you or Wes. Talk to me a little bit about that networking and that allows you to bring in the people of the community and get the support and really ultimately raise money for this nonprofit organization.
Well, Wes and I are very blessed to have careers to where we are in a networking situation a lot of times, and very fun careers to where we're able to be out in the community, be able to get to know people, and to be able to be involved in nonprofit endeavors such as Mr. Central Florida.
And we're introverts.
Oh yeah,
So.
if there's one thing that people should know, man, don't come up and talk to you, because
You don't know where the conversation's going to lead.
I wasn't going to go there.
Yeah, I've been told I would talk to a spark plug if.
Shocking.
Yeah. Right.
Oh my gosh.
A little slow on the uptake.
It's early. No, but what we really like about, or what we really love about Mr. Central Florida is the opportunity to give back to our community, because anything involving children especially, and being able to give back to our community is just priceless at the end of the day. And to see an event grow the way we've been able to see Mr. Central Florida grow over the last several years has been a pretty amazing, unique thing.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this year's event. Specifics, when, where, what's it going to cost, and then what you think folks should know about it.
I'll start with what I think folks should know about it. It's going to be bigger, better, and manlier this year.
Every year manlier.
Every year's manlier. So last year, for those that aren't familiar with it, was the first year that we did the Mr. Central Florida Celebrating Manly Men, kind of a tip of the hat to the macho, to the James Bond type of guys, to whatever your interpretation of manly is. And kind of a self-deprecating evening as well,
Yeah.
to where we can have fun with just the whole macho, moniker, if you will. This year's event is going to be October 17th. We've moved it to RP Funding Center into the Expo Hall, because last year we sold out, I think, 3 or 4 weeks in advance and
And
had
we need
people
more
begging
space.
for
Yeah.
tickets, and it's a great problem to have. So
And-
we're going to have a
and
lot
the
more
beautiful thing
space.
about the venue is the money that they put into it, and it is, wow.
Oh, they've done an incredible job with the RP Funding Center and the transformation there. So we're very fortunate to be able to have our event there this year. And yeah, October 17th, it's the tickets you can get at mrcentralflorida.org, and are $100
Yes.
a piece. But there are corporate sponsorships available and other sponsorships available that do include seating.
Wes, one of the things I want to talk about, if you're anywhere within social media, last year's promotion things of Manly Men, the videos, where did that come from, man? Because I got to tell you, those were some of the funniest ever.
Well, just like anything you do, you need to promote. And one of the things that we were talking about when we first co-chaired the event last year is, how do we get people, instead of just going on Facebook and then saying, hey, come to the event, how can we really get people to share what the event itself? And so, being media savvy in what we do, he's in radio and I'm in print, we knew the value of getting the word out. And last year we were sitting at actually Reescliff, and we came up with the idea of manly men videos and how not to be manly. And evidently he portrays the more the manly
Yeah.
than I do.
Did I see something about somebody getting waxed this year or something?
Yeah, we didn't use that video. She put a nixay on that. But we have a very nice one that's coming out instead. But it would have gotten a lot of attention.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh, yes, it did.
Well, Roxanne, we got just a little bit of time left. For those folks, we already know the event. We already know these two are co-hosting, so it's gonna be entertaining. We know what the funds are being raised for. Let's talk a little bit about how folks can see who the contestants are and how they can can put their money where it's going to be put to good use?
Well, they could go to mrcentralflorida.org and purchase tickets and vote for the different contestants and see our whole array of gentlemen in the community that have stepped up. They're really working hard. There's events around town that they're using to raise funds as well. So if you watch Facebook, they'll be posted there and again on our website. Remember, the tickets may be $100, but you're getting dinner and beer, wine, and a signature drink.
And a show.
Plus the show, yeah.
Yeah, the show is worth it.
Yes. So, it will be a wonderful night. But go on, follow us. Certainly, Man Up Mondays, and today's Monday, so there'll be a new video.
Got a new video.
Those are worth looking for. Now, where do they find those?
Make sure to go on Facebook and check out Central Florida Speech and Hearings page. You can also search for hashtag Man Up Monday and hashtag MCF19 for Mr. Central Florida 19.
Well, Tim, I'm going to give you the last word on this. Inspire those to get involved, not only to come out to the show, but if you've never, ever even participated in Mr. Central Florida, inspire them maybe in a future year to become a contestant, because honestly, man, it's an experience of a lifetime. I'm speaking from my end.
We'd like to think that we're turning Mr. Central Florida, we're taking it from the genesis of it to making it one of Lakeland's signature events. We want to be something that's talked about, kind of like Pig Fest is, or some of the other Visty Ball, some of the other great events that go on in Lakeland. We see Mr. Central Florida being one of those events. It's a fantastic time. It goes to a fantastic cause, to Central Florida Speech and Hearing Center, and it helps so many people out.
Well, Tim, Roxanne, Wes, I want to thank you guys for coming in. Always a pleasure having you on the show, and like I said, the cause is near and dear to my heart, and you too, man. Honestly, you just you make this the best show that it can be. But thanks for coming in.
Well, thanks so much for having us, Brian. We appreciate it.
Central Florida Speech and Hearing invites you to check out Mr. Central Florida 19, Thursday, October 19th, starting at 5:30 p.m. at the RP Funding Center. That's 701 West Lime Street in Lakeland. 28 community leaders are competing for the title of Mr. Central Florida. A contestant earns the title by securing the most votes at $1 each. Votes can be earned individually, through sponsors, and by securing live and silent auction items. At the end of the night, the person with the most votes wins. Last year, they sold out and had a lengthy waiting list for tickets. The popularity of this event continues to grow in the community. Now, if you need more information, you can give them a call, 863-686-3189, or look them up on the web at www.mrcentralflorida.org.